Right, YouTube, lock in every real life glitch explained in 11 minutes by Paint Professor. Lock it in.
Vu, the accidental save reload. You walk into a cafe, the clatter of a tray, the low hum of conversation, the barista calling out an order, a name you already know before she says it. A black cat dashes past your legs, and then it hits you. You have seen this before. Exactly this. You don't just recognize the moment, you remember what happens next. The man at the window will check his watch, the woman at the counter will drop her keys. In 10 seconds, the door will swing open, but you already know who's coming through. Science says deja vu is a glitch, a brain misfire, a small processing error where your mind accidentally flags the present as a past memory. And if deja vu is just a brain error,
I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that. I have seen it before. No. Deja vu. No. There's no way it's a distant memory that I think I'm seeing again. No way.
why does it feel so eerily accurate? Some believe deja vu isn't a glitch at all. It's proof that time isn't linear, that you've lived this moment before, that maybe you are in a loop. Or worse, you've died in another timeline. And if that's true, how many times have you already been here? Mandela effect. Reality patches while you're AFK. Let's do a test. Does
What is the Mandela effect?
Pikachu have a black tip on his tail?
No.
Think carefully. You've seen Pikachu 1,000 times, on cards and games and movies.
It
You
doesn't.
know what he looks like. So yes or no? If
No.
you said yes, congratulations. You've just experienced the Mandela effect.
Yes! I said no. I knew I was right.
Pikachu has never had a black tip on his tail.
I fucking knew it.
Not in the games, not in the anime, not anywhere. And yet, millions of people swear he did. Alright, let's try another one. Does the Monopoly Man wear a monocle? Of course he
Of course it does, yeah.
does. You've seen him. The rich old man with a top hat, a suit, and that little monocle over his
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
eye. Except, he doesn't.
I
He
knew
never
it.
has. The Mandela effect is the strange phenomenon where large groups of people all remember something one way, only to find out that it never existed like that.
That's me. That's me.
At least, not anymore. The name comes from Nelson Mandela. Huge
What does that have to do with anything?
numbers of people remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. They recall watching the funeral on TV, seeing the headlines, even discussing it in school, except that never happened. He
What?
was released, went on to become president of South Africa, and died in 2013. So how do millions of people share the same false memory? The official explanation is that human memory is bad. It's faulty.
I wouldn't say that. No, I would say that.
Unreliable. A few people misremember something, then they tell others, and before long, the false memory spreads like a virus.
But see this, right? It's just one thing, right? See when I go to somebody, yo, bro, yo, bro, remember when this happened? And they go, nah, this happened. I'm always right, right? Not a single time has somebody turned to me and go, yo, bro, this is what happened. That never happened. And it being right, I don't know if I'm just delusional or something, or if I'm just, too delusional to see, but I've never been wrong in that scenario. Yo, this happened. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. There's no way. Bro, remember that. So it
If
usually
so
goes.
many people remember things one way, but history says otherwise, what if history changed? What if these are
I don't think history would have changed, personally.
updates to reality, small server-side patches that overwrite the past, but leave behind a few glitches? What if you just didn't get the update? Some believe this is proof that we're shifting between alternate timelines.
I think that we're shifting into other timeline. I think we're going too far with that, right? We're not. You just didn't fucking remember shit, and you thought you did.
Every so often we move into a slightly different version of reality, but our memories don't fully sync. Others think this is just bad maintenance. Reality gets patched, but the developers
I don't think it's maintenance, because usually life doesn't have maintenance.
a few details. Either way, if you ever notice something changing that shouldn't be able to change, it's already too late.
Love Roblox?
No, not enough.
Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards.
No.
Missing time.
Missing time. So just like the time going by faster.
The desync error. It's 3:02 p.m. You blink. Now
I need to fucking know this. Tell me in full detail what that is. I'm gonna need to know.
it's 3:47 p.m. You didn't move. You didn't check your phone. You weren't distracted. But somehow 45 minutes have disappeared. The official term is highway hypnosis. When your brain
No, I don't give a fuck what his name. Tell me how it does.
zones out and drives on autopilot. It happens on long, repetitive roads. The idea is that your brain is awake, but your memory stops recording. Sounds reasonable. Except some people experience missing time when they're not driving. They'll be sitting at home watching TV, and suddenly it's night. A person cleaning their kitchen looks up at the clock and finds an hour missing. Some say
No. I need you to tell me how it does and how I should go about stopping this.
it
I need that
happens
time
when they're
back.
mid-conversation. They'll be talking to a friend, and suddenly the other person is looking at them weird, like they just stopped talking for 5 minutes. Some people say that during missing time, they get the feeling that something
I don't think that's happened to me. I think I'm not really schizophrenic yet. I think I've got that level.
else was happening, but they just aren't supposed to remember. It's like someone edited the footage, trimmed down the timeline, removed the parts that didn't make the
What for all just in the video? Okay.
cut. Things we were never meant to see. Bystander effect.
What does that
When
mean?
NPCs refuse to trigger the next event, you're walking down a busy street, a person collapses, they hit the ground completely unconscious. A crowd starts forming and nobody moves. You wait for someone to help, maybe a doctor, maybe a good Samaritan, but instead everyone just stands there watching. That's the bystander effect.
I don't think that's that. I think everyone's probably doing the same thing as you. I think everyone's probably waiting on you going.
Bizarre glitch
Or
where the more people there are,
where
the less
everyone else-
likely anyone is to do something. Because everyone assumes someone else will take action.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be the one that takes action every damn time. Just to make sure I'm that one guy.
But because everyone assumes that, nobody does.
Mm,
And it gets weirder. There are cases where entire groups of people have just stood there watching something horrible happen even when it would have been extremely easy to help. A person choking in a restaurant, a woman being attacked in broad daylight, even a drowning child.
I would have fucking jumped in that water.
Nobody wants to be the first to
Easy.
move. Nobody wants to take responsibility. It's like they're all stuck in an idle animation waiting for a main character interaction. And what if, just for a
That's me, gang. That's me. Don't worry, I'm here. Nah.
second, we consider the possibility that this isn't just human psychology? What if some people really do function like NPCs?
They do. It's because I'm the main character, of course. That's why they're just kind of there when I'm not. You know.
What if some only activate when they're
I'm joking.
directly prompted? And if that's true, then the next time you're in a crowd, look around. Is everyone really playing the same game as you?
I hate her. I see her all the time, but she's so good at doing it. She's so good at doing it.
Doppelgangers. The NPC cloning.
I've seen something that around the world there are 7 people that are identical to you. Not like by like the fucking, not by like the spectacle, but like good, same looking as you.
Bug. Imagine walking down the street and seeing yourself. Not a look-alike, not a twin. You. Same face, same outfit, same movements. At first, your brain scrambles for a logical explanation.
That's a mirror, by the way, just for anyone trying his brain's gonna get tricked there.
Coincidence? A weird reflection? But then it looks at you, and you realize it knows. Throughout history, people have reported seeing their own double, and it's almost never a good thing. One of the most famous cases was Abraham Lincoln. A few days before his
This guy was like insane, I swear.
assassination, he reportedly saw his own reflection in a mirror, except there were 2 of him. One looked normal, the other was ghostly pale.
So this guy, is that his ghost?
His wife, naturally, did the reasonable thing and decided this meant he was going to die. And then, well, we all know how that turned out.
He
Now,
died.
maybe Lincoln was tired. Maybe his brain just filled in an extra image. Or maybe it's just a glitch in the system.
I'll be totally honest, a lot of mirrors are kind of like that. You can fuck a mirror over. Some mirrors, like back then, especially back then, old ass mirrors, sometimes they have that kind of thing where it looks like they're two, but it's just the light reflecting.
Maybe reality
It might be something
accidentally
to do with
rendered
that.
2 copies of you for a moment.
Don't
Maybe
think
you
so.
just got a glimpse of yourself from another timeline. Or maybe something else is trying to take your place.
I've
Either
never
way,
seen that.
if you ever see
Someone's trying to take my place. Something else trying to take my place. I swear don't try it! I ain't fucking joking. Come at me. I ain't fucking backing down. That shit's not happening. Take my
someone who
place.
looks exactly like you, walk the other way. Fast. Sleep
No.
paralysis.
All
First
hands.
cutscene.
Sleep paralysis is a mental disorder. It's not like a fucking propaganda.
You can't skip. It happens in the middle of the night. Your eyes snap open. You can see your room, your ceiling, the faint glow of the
But you
streetlight
can't
outside.
move.
Everything is normal, except you can't move. Not a single muscle. Your arms, your legs, completely locked. You try to call for help.
There's also something, I can't remember what it's called, but you can go into like a dream state and you can literally just do anything you want in your dream. But no, I don't know if that one's real. I don't know if that one's real. But I just know sleep paralysis is real, but I don't know if that one's real. I'm talking
But your
about.
voice won't come out. And then you
Because it's pretty. There's supposed things where it's like, yo, go into this when you go to sleep, go into this dream state, bro, and then you just go into a dream and you literally just do anything you want, like you're in creative. That could probably be fake. That probably will be fake, and you'll never be able to get that. But see, sleep paralysis, that's real because it's a mental disorder. People have it. So I'm going to presume that that's real.
feel it. A presence. Standing at the edge of your bed. This is sleep paralysis.
Sorry, but sleep paralysis ain't holding me back. I'm swinging at that motherfucker. Sleep paralysis. This is my mind, gang. Ain't fucking yours.
And if you haven't experienced it yet, congratulations. You've avoided one of the worst free trial experiences that the human body has to offer. People describe it as being trapped inside your own body. Science
But
calls
that's the thing. Would you not know it's sleep paralysis if you know about sleep paralysis? Would you not know it's sleep paralysis and just be like, "Yang, you ain't scary"?
it a simple sleep cycle disruption. During REM sleep, the body is in a state of muscle atonia to prevent acting out dreams. And if you break this sleep, your brain wakes up, but your muscles are still paralyzed. It's supposed to last a few seconds, maybe a minute at most, but to the people experiencing it, it can feel like a lifetime. And here's where it gets weird, because for some reason, sleep paralysis doesn't just come with paralysis, it comes with company. People across different cultures, across history, across completely separate parts of the world, all describe seeing the exact same thing, a dark silhouette, watching them. If this is just
What if it is just actually like a demon and they keep getting like everyone keeps getting haunted by like a fucking nightmare like demon thing, if you get what I'm going for? But yet we just all call it sleep paralysis, and it's just he's not managed to get anyone yet. He's just not managed to control anyone yet. Unless he has, and we don't know.
a random brain glitch, why are millions of people hallucinating the exact same thing? There are 2 possible answers. 1. The human brain is hardwired to hallucinate terrifying figures when it's in this state.
I don't know if Gordon Ramsay being a fat ass and a bunch of people in a wheelchair with swords is more terrifying than I would say. I wouldn't say that's really terrifying.
Cruel little evolutionary prank designed to make an already terrible experience even worse.
Or Gordon
2.
Ramsay hitting a 3-pointer.
These things are always there. And sleep paralysis is just the one time you are actually able to see them.
Yo, sleep paralysis demon, you my guy. Yo, Knuckles. Nah, I'm homies.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Alright, we're going a bit far with this. Nobody's going to blow up
Self-destruct glitch.
into flames.
Imagine you're sitting in your living room reading a book, sipping some tea. Nothing.
Oh, chat, let me try bust into flames real quick. They call me the Human Torch. Ah! It's not going to work, is it? That's just not something you can do. I just don't see that happening.
Then, without warning, you burst into flames.
It's not
Not
gonna
like
happen.
you knocked over a candle flames. Not like your clothes caught fire flames. No, you ignite from the inside out. And by the time someone finds you, there's nothing left but a pile of ash. And maybe a pair of legs that somehow survived.
That's just never happened, and if it has happened, I'm concerned.
This is spontaneous human combustion. One of the strangest, most unsettling phenomena ever recorded.
Why is this
Science
a
has a lot of
phenomenon?
answers, but on this one, they're beat. Some half-assed explanations include the wick effect, where body fat acts like candle wax, slowly burning the person over time. But if that's the case, why does it sometimes stop halfway?
That shit's just not true. That's just not true at all. You're not gonna burn because of like what? So you telling me if I put my entire stomach towards a candle, that fucker's gonna ignite? It's not. Unless it actually has cremated me and I am generally surrounded with flames, then I will go on fire. But see if a candle touches me just because my body fat is flammable, that shit's not setting me alight.
Take Margaret Hogan, for example, an unusually hot.
Was that necessary to put Margaret in this position? Was the kind of, yeah, you know what I'm going for? Was that necessary here?
89-year-old widow from Dublin. On March the 28th, 1970, she was found burned almost to nothing in her home. The plastic flowers on the table had melted into sludge, and the television screen 12 feet away was warped beyond recognition.
So, why is the bed intact? This is what I'm wondering.
And yet, her feet and both legs below the knees were untouched. An inquest was held. The official cause of death? Burning. The cause of the fire? Unknown.
What I think has happened here, right, to be totally dead serious with you. Freshly put on sheets. They're still damp, right? She's caught fire somewhere else. She's ran into her bedroom. Obviously her legs moving fast, which means they won't catch as much fire as the rest of her body. She lays on the bed. She's already dead. The fire gets put out because of the dampness in the bed. But while doing that, it also melted this and it melted the TV because of the heat. That's probably not true, and that is probably nowhere near true because the bed would get set alight anyways. But again, it's a possibility.
Which means either 1. The human body has a hidden self-destruct button.
I don't think it does. I think we would have found that out by now.
2. Some people accidentally trigger an irreversible system error. 3. Reality occasionally just alta 4 people in the most dramatic way possible.
Don't think that's
Whichever
possible
one it
either.
is, the conclusion is the same. If one day you start feeling a little too warm and you're nowhere near an open flame, you might have about 3 seconds to figure out why. Quantum immortality.
What does that
The
mean?
real-life respawn glitch. You should be dead.
Oh my god. Right, put it into perspective. Oh, he fell. He's dead. Can somebody play the noise? Oh, there we go.
That car missed you
shit.
by inches. Lucky? Maybe. Or maybe you just don't die.
I don't like the fact that people misinterpret immortality. I think, from what I know, I think immortality is the one where you don't die of age. Invincibility is the one where you don't take damage no matter what. Invincibility, you die of old age. I'm sure, I might not though. But immortality is the one where you don't die of old age.
Quantum immortality is the idea that every time you die, your consciousness jumps.
If you're immortal, is it if you're... Okay, we need to type up the definition. Oh, it's going to really annoy me if I don't. Definition of whoa. Immortal. That's immoral. Immortality. There we go. The ability to live forever life. So, aye. Everlast, deathless, yeah, it's pretty much. I've ripped us. Yeah, for forever life. Does that mean you're able to not take damage though? I think it eternal life, which I presume that then I think it means, yeah. Eternal life, permanent distance from death from natural causes, some presses. Is the concept of eternal life and permanent resistance to the death of natural causes such as age, such as diseases, such as plagues, such as fucking cancer, and the such of stuff like that, I think is what it means. But I could be wrong. But I'm not sure. Anyway, shall I log back
Not
in?
to heaven, not to hell, but to the nearest reality where you survived.
I could have sworn I've lived about 5 lives. I have to have lived about 5 lives, and I just don't know about them.
From your perspective, you never die. You just keep waking up in timelines where you barely made it. Take Frain Selak, a man who should have died multiple times. In 1954, his train derailed into an icy river. 17 people drowned. He didn't. The next year, he was sucked out of a plane mid-flight and landed in a haystack. Then a bus crash, multiple car crashes, a car explosion, and finally he won the lottery.
It's, God has a favourite, I guess. Because that shit is never happening to me. Swear down, if I step outside, my shit's getting struck by lightning. My luck is impeccable. It's actually that bad I am concerned for my safety wherever I go. Sometimes when I use power tools, everyone's fucking see if I got that? Boom. I just feel like that's what's going to happen. Because usually my luck
From
is
his
that bad.
perspective, he never died. And that's the terrifying part. If quantum immortality is real, then you will never experience your own death. The versions of you that died, you don't remember them, because they're gone. But what happens when there's no timeline left where you survive?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, but my stomach feels dodgy as fuck right now.
Is there a final game over?
I'm
Or
gonna
does
shit
reality
myself.
just keep you going? And if that's the case, how long have you actually been alive? Thanks for watching. Make sure to give the video a like.
Yo, don't give me that question again. Oh my days, chat, I just ripped ass like fuck. I hope you heard that. Oh nah. Gotta check my pants after that one. Anyways, chat. Tap on your video.